Hello, my beautiful Geminis. I'm Helen and I am very happy that you're here with me today. Now, as the title suggests, we are doing a love reading today. And what I want to look at more specifically is your current energy, your love life's current energy. What is the thing that you are walking away from? What are you currently focused on in your love life or regarding your love life? And also what kind of energy is coming towards you? Now, if you are familiar with tarot readings and you've been to my channel before, then go on and just skip ahead this intro part and you can get into the video. But if you are new to my channel or if you are new to tarot readings in general, then just a couple of things to bear in mind as you're watching this. Now, these are general messages, so that means that not all of the messages are going to resonate with every single one of you. Just take the bits and pieces that do actually fit into your circumstances and that you can apply to your own story and leave everything else behind. Same goes for if you hear anything that triggers you in any sort of way or that makes you feel negative. You don't have to take it on board. You are the master of your own journey. You have free will. You get to decide what you want to do with these messages and whether you want to claim them for yourself or not. Okay, I am just the messenger, so it is ultimately up to you. And also, if you find that nothing is really resonating with you in this one, then I would also recommend checking out your moon and your rising signs as well. If you're not sure what your moon and your rising signs are, then you can go in the description box, click on the link, you can create your birth chart, and then you'll be able to find that out. And then you can come back and watch those readings as well and see if maybe those are more accurate to your particular circumstances. So that's it. That's the intro part done. So now let us get into the cards. I have already prepared all the decks off camera before I started recording, and I did also tap into your energy intuitively. Now, what I got was, I don't know why, but I get this so often with you. I just got nervousness. That's the thing that I get with you so often when I tap into your energy, is this like innate nervousness or this like worrisome, anxiety-driven energy that's like, it's like causing this turmoil in my stomach. Like that's normally where I get the kind of intuitive hits with you more specifically. And because this is a love reading, this tells me that you might be nervous about like opening yourself up, or you might be nervous about a new connection that maybe you have just stepped into, or maybe you're just nervous about like dating in general, putting yourself out there if you've been single for quite a while. So yeah, it was very like vague. I couldn't actually pinpoint the nervousness more specifically, but it was just this like kind of overall upset stomach feeling, like just kind of not feeling the best and maybe a bit anxious. But we are going to get into the cards and see what else we can find out. Also, if you're interested about the decks that I'm using, then you can go in the description box and you'll find them listed there. So let's start with your current energy. So please show me Gemini's current energy regarding their love life. What is Gemini's current energy, please? Oh, well, it kind of turned it so, oh, see, it almost wanted to stay sideways, but then it was more tilted towards the upright position, and that's what you're getting. We have the star. Did you have it, or did another air sign have it? Like when I was doing the readings for you before, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that for someone, and I think it was an air sign, we had the star as like their energy. Anyway, so wow. Okay, well, that tells me that you are healing and that maybe you have been healing for quite some time. Oh, we have the Fool. Oh, this is exciting stuff as the underlying energy. So, and because the star is a very, very hopeful energy as well, this tells me that you might have recently gotten into a new situation or a new relationship with someone. or that you might have recently just found yourself more willing to start experimenting, to start dating again, to maybe pay more attention to your love life if you haven't really paid too much attention to it in a while. Because yeah, with the Fool being the underlying energy, there's a sense of rediscovering or starting to explore again, getting more into this enthusiastic energy. But yeah, because your energy, the main energy is the Star, this does tell me that there's quite a lot of healing that has been happening already, and that you might still be going through, but it's just that now you are at this point where you are ready to like tip your toe in the dating pool or the waters of love. as corny as that sounds, it does tell me that you're kind of ready, or that you are at least feeling somewhat hopeful, but you might be just taking it super slowly. I do get a very like new energy with this, especially because of the Fool, which is the underlying energy. It tells me that this is something new. This is a completely like new beginning in a way. Now, if you are actually in a relationship, if you are in a committed relationship with someone, this could just mean that you are maybe you are kind of thinking about like leveling up in your relationship, in your commitment, like just focusing on the future, or focusing on like the next level that you could take. So anyway, the Star, I'm loving that energy. That is a really nice energy. Let's see what the energy of your love life is like. So that's going to be interesting. Please show me Gemini's love life's current energy. Oh, that's too many. That's too many. Please give me one card. Please give me one card. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. We have Temperance in reverse, and all the other cards were in reverse as well. So I kind of had a feeling. What's that? Oh yeah. Okay. So 7 of Swords in reverse at the bottom. So I don't know whether I said the Star is Aquarian energy. Temperance is Sagittarian energy. And the 7 of Swords in reverse is Aquarian energy again. So, oh my God. And actually, because we had the Fool, which is Aries and Aquarius to me as a reader, because it's Uranian, that's quite a lot of Aquarius that we're dealing with. So you might have a lot of Aquarius in your own chart, a lot of Aquarius placements, or you could be dealing with an Aquarius. So take it as it resonates. But it's interesting to me that, again, both your energy and your love life's energy are represented by major arcana cards. So far, I think that's pretty much all that's been coming through for all the signs that I've done. So that's definitely, to me, representing huge changes or huge turning points, which are not necessarily in our own hands. It's more like these divine forces at play. But because because we have Temperance in reverse, this does tell me that your love life has been kind of out of balance. That, and because we have the 7 of Swords in reverse as the underlying energy, it might be, now, okay, don't take it the wrong way, but I get a very strong sense that you might have been kind of standing in your own way a bit. That you've kind of had a role to play in your love life being a bit like out of balance, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you've done anything wrong. It could also just mean that you have been maybe focusing solely on your career, on your job, on your mission here on planet Earth, what it is that you want to do. You might have been focusing a lot on your like inner workings. Again, we have healing, right? That's what I feel like, that you've been doing a lot of healing, and now you are slowly but surely getting ready to kind of put yourself out there again. So the Temperance in reverse, or this like lack of balance, is not like a bad thing. It's actually kind of more neutral. I feel like it's more neutral. Like you just haven't yeah, I feel like you just haven't paid too much attention to your love life, or it hasn't been a priority to you. But I feel like now maybe you're slowly getting back to that point where you feel that there's something maybe missing a bit. That maybe you do want some kind of connection in your life. Or again, as I said, if you are currently in a committed relationship, even though I strongly also feel that this reading is targeted towards people who are single and not currently in a partnership with anyone. It could be, if you are in a current relationship with someone, it could be that again you just maybe haven't paid too much attention to your significant other, that maybe you've been occupied with your own life, your own inner balance, and your own emotional well-being, maybe your own material well-being, whatever it is. But because the underlying energy is the Seven of Swords, which is an air element, it does tell me that it's been more so in the mind space, that's what's been keeping this love life out of balance, so to say. So again, it could be that you just haven't really dealt with it, you haven't really paid too much attention to it, or that maybe you've kind of standard, that's not the right word. Maybe you've been standing in your own way in a bit, like just your own thoughts maybe working against you somewhat. Maybe you haven't even allowed yourself to actually like acknowledge that you do want someone beside you, or that you do actually miss being in a relationship, or, you know, all these kinds of things, because we tell each other. I don't know why I said that. That's so strange. Because we tell ourselves very, very often that like we don't want something, or we are very good at like talking ourselves out of things, when really maybe our hearts are actually like calling us in a completely opposite direction, but our mind just like overrides that and does whatever the mind thinks is like best for you. So anyway, that is huge energy that we're starting off with, and I do feel like you are kind of in this mindset of wanting to connect again, and wanting to put yourself out there, and wanting to share yourself with someone and open yourself up more emotionally, have that emotional, like beautiful emotional connection with someone, like really truthful and honest as well. That's what I feel like. Very truthful and honest. So anyway, we're going to go deeper. So let's see what else we can find out. I'm going to start with, I'm going to try and put them over here so that you'd be able to see. Okay, I'm going to start with what it is that you are walking away from. Please show me what is Gemini leaving behind or walking away from regarding their love life. What is Gemini walking away from? What is Gemini? See, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So you are kind of letting go of this, doing everything by yourself. Oh, that is so beautiful. We have the Star at the bottom as well, again. So as the underlying energy. So yeah, it definitely does tell me that you are putting down this, maybe this battle, or this burden that you've been going through. You are, it's like you're done kind of fighting for what it is that you think you want, but that isn't actually in alignment with what you truly want. I hope that made sense. That sounded like a very complicated sentence. But yeah, I just feel like you've been in this like pushing forward and doing stuff, and being very responsible, being focused on just what it is that you think that you should be doing, or what you feel you should be doing. But it's very like heavy work. It's like I get a lot of this drudgery feeling with this with this 10 of Wands, and I feel like it has been just wearing you out completely, and it's almost like you've been by yourself with those emotions and feelings, or like that your heart has been calling out to you, because we do have, again, we have the Star, right, which is this healing underlying energy. I feel like your heart has been calling out to you and maybe trying to make you pay more attention to it and actually heed the call that, you know, maybe you actually feel a bit more lonely than you allow yourself to acknowledge or recognize, and that you do want a very meaningful, a deep, meaningful connection with someone. But it's almost like you've been just drowning yourself in like work or responsibilities or anything like that, just really wearing yourself super, super thin, just in order not to think about what it is that you are actually missing. But because that's something that you are walking away from, I do feel like you are, again, I feel like you've been doing a lot of healing, and you've been letting all of these past burdens and everything that you've been carrying with you, you're letting it go. And now, as you are lighter, as you have lightened the load, you are now ready to take on like new stuff and new experiences and new connections, and that's really amazing. So let's see what you are currently focused or focusing on. Please show me, what is Gemini currently focusing on in their love life? What is Gemini currently focusing on in their love life? We have the 8 of Coins in reverse, which is Virgo energy, and the Tower, which is Mars, so Aries and Scorpio. I'm not surprised. The Tower has been coming through, I think, for every sign, or at least like we've been having Scorpio energy come through in every reading. The 10 of Wands is Sagittarian energy. Sorry if I forgot to say. But yeah, as I'm filming this, we are currently in Scorpio season, and even though this reading is timeless, so whenever you happen to see it, it can be relevant to you. But yeah, I'm not surprised in the slightest that we are getting so much or that we are getting Scorpio energy come through in every reading so far. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups in reverse, which is Cancerian energy. Now, this is what you are focusing on. So I do feel like you are looking for a shift, or you're looking to shake things up. You're looking to shake the energy up that you have been in for quite some time. And because we have the 8 of Coins in reverse, which is accompanying it, it does tell me that it's like you want to shake up this energy of not working towards a more like a loving connection, or not paying attention. As I said, I feel like you've kind of neglected your love life for quite some time, or maybe even your feelings in general, that maybe you've been more focused on just the mental aspect and your responsibilities and your kind of day-to-day mundane life. Maybe that's what's been your sole focus mainly for quite some time. And now I feel like you're focusing on like bringing in this new energy, or like shaking up this stagnant energy that you've been in. And also maybe finding the missing piece. Finding the missing piece. Because the 2 of Cups in reverse does tell me that there is a sense of like having a lack, or just feeling like you are missing something, like you're missing a very integral part. Like there's a lack of connection that I feel is what's been happening in your life, or what's been the state of your love life that I don't know if I'm making any sense. Basically that your love life has been in a state where there hasn't been any like significant connections with anyone for a while. Even if you have been dating, I feel like they haven't been very successful, they haven't been very meaningful, or you haven't felt like you had anything really in common, or it's just been really like very shallow, or yeah, as I said, not very meaningful. So it's almost like you haven't felt a truly deep and I want to say spiritual connection with someone. And I know that sounds like, I know not everyone is like a very spiritual person, but yeah, it's almost like you're craving this, or you want this, like you want a true connection now, because I feel like you've been through so many, well, some of you have, some of you haven't. Again, take it as it resonates. For those of you who have been dating and meeting people and having some kind of connections, I just feel like they haven't really hit the mark for you, or they haven't been anything that you've truly felt deep in your core. And I think that's what you're trying to get out of now. That you're trying to. Your focus is on shaking up this energy, shaking up this stagnant energy, and finding the missing piece, finding what it is that you have actually been lacking this whole time, whether you have acknowledged that or not. It's very interesting energy. Okay, and I also want to see what it is that, or what kind of energy is coming towards you. What is coming towards Gemini regarding their love life? Okay. Oh, we have the Eight of Cups, which is Piscean energy. That's interesting. Oh, and the Seven of Coins reversed at the bottom, which is Taurian energy. It's interesting to me that both of the decks have underlying energies, number sevens, first of all, and that they are upside down. They are reversed. Oh, and behind that we have the Seven of Swords, which is upright. That's really, yeah. Interesting that all of these sevens are coming through. Again, we have 777, which might mean something to you. Let's see, we have the Star, which is, actually we have 3 8s as well, because the Star is 17, which reduces down to 8. We have the 8 of Coins, we have the 8 of Cups. Oh, and the Tower is actually number 16, which reduces down to 7. So you have quite a lot of 7s and quite a lot of 8s. But let's see. So the 7 of Coins in reverse. Yeah, I feel like, you know what I feel like? I feel like this 8 of Cups is representing you walking away from this energy of not actually being happy, not actually being content. Because as I said, I feel like maybe you haven't actually allowed yourself to acknowledge or realize that you've been a bit unhappy, or that there's something missing from your life, or that you even if like your career is really thriving, even if everything, your home life and everything is really harmonious, and your other relationships, your like friendships and your relations with your family, even if all of that is like exactly where you want it to be and you are very, very content with that, I do feel like there has been a missing piece. And now you are allowing yourself, or because you've been doing all this healing and you've actually been, I feel like you've been looking at your past relationships and your own maybe behaviors and beliefs and your own patterns that you may have been unconsciously just like projecting in your relationships. I feel like because you've been doing all of that and you've been healing so much, and because you are walking away from this burdensome energy, you're leaving it in the past, you're leaving it behind, and you're moving forward with this newfound energy, this like beginning, new start, being super excited and allowing yourself to actually explore and be vulnerable. I feel like that's what's going to allow this missing piece to come into your life, or at least like you are acknowledging now. I feel like that's what you are acknowledging, because this is the energy that you are currently focused on, right? I feel like now you are acknowledging that there has been this missing piece, even if everything, as I said, even if everything else is all nice and dandy. I feel like your love life has been kind of stagnant, or at least it hasn't been what you want it to be, or you haven't found what you have been looking for. So now you are focused on finding what it is that you are looking for, finding the missing piece. I don't know why I want to keep saying that. Finding the missing piece and actually like shaking things up. And yeah, you're leaving behind this sense of not being happy or not being content. And also because the Seven of Coins is in the reverse position as the underlying energy, I do feel like you are, you're kind of like done nurturing this false belief that you have, because again, behind that we had the Seven of Swords. As I said, I feel like the Seven of Swords is representing you being kind of in your own way, and by that I mean that maybe again your mind or your thought space hasn't allowed you to recognize the kind of the missing aspect or the pain or the lack that you've been feeling in your heart space. So yeah, I feel like you're done nurturing those false beliefs or those thoughts in your head that have been keeping you focused on everything else and not allowing your heart to come forward, and so that you could pay attention to what it is that you actually want, but that you're not allowing yourself to have or pay attention to. I hope that's making sense what I'm saying, because to me it's like this story is fairly straightforward, and I feel like the message is really clear, but I hope it's clear to you as well, because I'm not exactly sure how well I am giving those messages to you. But I want to see, do I want to clarify anything? I feel like the energy that you are focusing on is so specific, or like that's all in place. But I think I want to clarify the Ten of Wands. I want to see what kind of burdens you are leaning in the past, and I also want to clarify the Eight of Cups. So let's clarify a bit. So starting with the Ten of Wands in reverse, please clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse for Gemini. Oh, see, we have the Chariot in reverse, Cancerian energy, non-movement, not actually going after what it is that you want. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse at the bottom as well. One more though, please. Please give me one more for the Ten of Wands in reverse. Clarify the Ten of Wands in reverse for me. And the Six of Cups in reverse, which is not Cancerian, Scorpionic energy. Oh yeah, and the Three of Swords, Libra energy. So yeah, there has definitely been some kind of pain. And I do also even want to say, because we have the Six of Cups in reverse as well, I feel like there has been some kind of past connection that you have not been able to move forward from. That the pain, yeah, Three of Swords, the pain has very much been present in your heart space, again, whether you have realized it or not. Because it may be that you've been carrying it with you for a very long time without you actually even realizing it. That maybe your mind or maybe in your head you've thought to yourself that you have healed it, that you have moved past it, and that you've let the past go. But the cards are kind of telling me otherwise. That there has definitely been a certain sense of stagnancy. It's the Chariot in reverse. A certain sense of stagnancy and not being able to move forward, not being able to move to what your heart's desire is, because there has been this pain, this innate heartache or pain, past wound. And I do feel like it was a very, very significant connection with someone, because we have the Six of Cups, which can very often symbolize like a soulmate connection. Sometimes even connections from past lives, or like karmic connections. And yeah, it does feel like a very, very, very significant connection that you went through, and that clearly ended, because we have the 10 here. But that just kept you stuck, and I feel like you were carrying this pain, this burden with you. for quite some time. Okay, let's look at the Eight of Cups. I want to see what it is that is coming towards you. I want to find out more about this. Please clarify the Eight of Cups for me. Give me 2 cards for the Eight of Cups. Oh, we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which is Virgo energy. Interesting. Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom. One more, please. Thank you. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. That is so funny. And the Magician as the underlying. So the Eight of Cups is again Piscean energy, and the Magician is your energy and can also be Virgo. Okay, so yeah, honestly, what I feel like with this Eight of Cups, what you are, or what is moving towards you, is that you're leaving behind this staying in this energy of not actually being happy. That's what you're moving away from. You're moving away from this stagnancy or being stuck in an unhappy state, or where you feel that you don't actually have everything in place, or that there's something missing. Again, I feel like that's such a strong keyword coming through, that there's this missing piece that you have been looking for. Okay, okay, yeah. So the Magician card was kind of like sliding off to off the deck, off the top of the deck, and we have the Seven of Cups behind that, and oh my God, the Seven of Swords behind that. So you have literally got sevens on like pretty much all of the top decks, and again, we have 2 sevens, and again, the Seven of Swords has come out 3 times, which tells me that that is probably the most important card in this reading, which again tells me that you have been keeping yourself stuck. And please don't get angry or don't get like offended or anything, because again, as I said, we do that all the time. Like all of us, we compromise ourselves and our highest good all the time, because we're not allowing ourselves to be happy, or there can be so many different things that are underlying why we do something, right? But yeah, I do get a feel that you have not allowed yourself to actually move forward, to see these like opportunities in front of you, because there has been this pain. And I mean, it makes sense, right? We have this pain, like this past incident that you have carried with you. I feel like you have been carrying it with you, or at least you have carried it with you, and now you are letting it go. You're moving away from this past pain. You're healing it, because again, remember the Star, right? And I think the Star came out twice as well. It was the underlying energy for the 10 of Wands. So again, you are healing this past burden, this past pain. And now what you are moving towards is actually getting out of this feeling of like not being 100% content, or like there's something missing. Yeah, I feel like because the Magician is the underlying energy, the main underlying energy, I do feel like you are taking matters into your own hands. You are deciding to change the situation. You're deciding to shift the energy again, right? The Tower, that's what you're focused on. Shifting this energy, shaking this stagnant energy up and starting to move again. So I love this. I love this so much. And also, what I also feel, because the Nine of Pentacles is very often symbolizing individual like well-being and content, I feel like you might be moving towards, again, as I said, like an actual connection with someone, like moving away from this strong independence that you have been building up, which is a good thing. It's always a good thing to be independent and self-reliant. But again, as I said, I feel like there has been this missing piece in you that you haven't recognized. But now it seems that you're working towards it, to actually heal that in you and move forward towards towards an emotional connection, which is like, it's beautiful. I love this energy. I really, really do. So let's see. I want to get a couple of oracle cards for you as well, and then we're going to close out this reading. So starting with the Work Your Light oracle, please show me any additional messages you have for Gemini regarding this spread. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna take all of them, because why not? Oh, I love the underlying energy. We have Council of Light, Divine Orchestration. What did I say? Did I not say like that? Because your energy and the your love life's energy, and like we have these like divine forces at play. Divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. Yeah, so this is not like, this is all happening in divine timing. This is all going as it should. Okay, so we have 3, which is interesting. We have Dance with Life, do something to change your energy. Oh my goodness, I could not make this up even if I wanted to. Do something to change your energy, which is, I feel like, exactly what you're doing. You are shifting up this energy. You are getting more playful again, more excited again, right? We had the Fool as the underlying energy. You're doing something, you're beginning anew. Okay, so we have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So you are definitely, again, I feel like you are walking and working towards making your dream life, actually, like making yourself as happy as you possibly can be. The Magician was the underlying energy, taking matters into your own hands. And obviously, as I said, there's divine orchestration at play and divine forces and everything. But I feel like you are doing whatever you can on your part to help it along. And then the last card is no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So this, funnily enough, I feel is talking about you maybe wanting to talk yourself out of it, or maybe focus, or like go back to doing what it is that you need to do work-wise, or focusing overly on your responsibilities and all that. So I feel like it's kind of like, because that's a very normal thing to have, like these urges to go back into hiding, or to like go back to the way that we were, or that we used to do something because it's safe, and it's like, it's something that is familiar to us, and it brings us comfort in some sense, because again, as I said, I feel like you are stepping into this new energy, and it is very, very unfamiliar, and it's a bit scary as well, right? We had this nervousness. Yeah, we had the nervousness. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It can make you very, very nervous. But yeah, just say no. Say no to your mind or to your mental space if it starts trying to talk you out of like doing this more like love-centered and heart-centered stuff as you are healing and moving forward. Because yeah, your mind can play a lot of tricks on you, right? We had the 3 Seven of Swords come out, and the 7 of Swords is like the epitome of your mind trying to like work against you, or trying to like force you to do things that are maybe not actually in your highest good, or like it's kind of the self-sabotaging card. So yeah, it feels like that's what's been going on. So yeah, just say no to your mind, say no to those fears, say no to this nervous energy if that wants to come up, and focus on the change, focus on the new, focus on the fact that you are, as it says, creating heaven on earth. You are creating the life that you want to have here on this earth. And for that, I feel like you need to find this missing piece for yourself, and then you're kind of golden. So let's see if we can get one last oracle card for you from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Any last messages for Gemini, please? Any last messages for Gemini regarding this spread? Oh, thank you. And of course, we have 2 again, as is always the case with you. Oh, okay, I realize, I now understand why we needed 2. So we have standstill and leadership. So this is like screaming to me exactly the fact that you kind of need to take matters into your own hands. You kind of need to become the leader of your own life and break out of this, standstill that you've been in. Just move towards what it is that that you want, and do what you can to shift up this energy. Oh, and we have opportunity at the bottom of the deck. I love this. So yeah, it does feel like you are either you have already met someone new, and it's kind of like it's exciting, but it's also maybe a bit scary because you're not sure where it's going to go, and like all that kind of stuff. That can be a part of it, definitely. But if you haven't met anyone yet, I feel like there are going to be opportunities opening up for you. So yeah, this is so amazing. This is so positive, and I feel like you are doing exactly what you're meant to be doing, exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Like you've been working on yourself, and now you are focused on filling in the gaps, or like actually listening to your heart more and paying attention to what it is trying to tell you, and trying to rectify it, trying to rectify the situation and actually change up this energy. Do something, even though it is scary, even though it makes you a bit nervous and it makes you a bit anxious. I feel like you're still doing it. You're still doing it. You're still going ahead and putting yourself out there and seeing what life has to offer, because it's always better than living with a sense of lack, or like there's something missing from your life. So I'm going to leave you with that. This was such a positive reading. I really, really, really enjoyed this. So thank you so much, my sweet Geminis. I hope you liked this reading as well. I hope it brought some clarity, and I hope it made sense to you. So yeah, let me know if this was your reading and if you enjoyed it. It would mean really, really much to me to know that this helped you in some way. Also, please give me a thumbs up as well if you did find it useful in some way. And if you enjoy my energy and the kind of readings that I do, then please don't forget to subscribe as well, so that you wouldn't miss out on my future videos and readings. Wanted to say that at the same time. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm sending you lots and lots of love and light, and I'm hoping to see you guys in my new videos as well. So yeah, in the meantime, be good to yourselves and to your loved ones, and hopefully I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.